Welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we will be reviewing the brand new movie, Young Black Adam, with The Rock. Or Dwayne Johnson. I don't remember which one's in it, but it's one of the two.
Not Young Rock.
It's definitely not.
There's a difference.
It's not his daughter. She's busy. I've been seeing that post for like all day yesterday and today that his daughter is in some wrestling group. I have no idea. I think it's AEW. I don't know. Do you watch that?
I don't. I don't have the I don't have whatever channels like TNT or that also. Like I don't have TNT or TBS or whichever thing it's on, and it doesn't stream on anything that doesn't cost me like $60 a month to do, so I don't watch it. It's on Hulu with like live TV, and that's like $60.
NXT.
NXT?
You
I
watch
watched
that?
that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's on that?
No.
Oh. Yeah, I watch that shit like almost every week. I like that one a lot. They got a dude on there who does a mafioso character. He comes out and he wrestles in like a wife beater and track pants, and he gets up on the turnbuckles and goes like this. The crowd fucking eats it.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But either way, Black Adam. Let's see. Slushies today. Blue raspberry.
Delicious.
They're pretty good, aren't they?
Blue raspberries never hurt me.
That's fair. Well, that one time it wasn't great, but that's okay.
I was still blue raspberry.
It's a couple weeks ago.
It was still pretty good.
Out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, Black Adam, brand new movie, DC Collective. A lot of people make appearances, like Aquaman and Wonder Woman and Batman. Comics. I don't know if you saw the comics.
So I saw a Cyborg comic in the kid's
I didn't see
backpack.
the Cyborg comic.
Yeah, I think it was in the kid's backpack.
To be fair, I thought the tornado chick was the chick from like the Titans show or something.
Oh, Starfire or Raven,
Yeah,
one of those.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of starting to watch that. I haven't yet, but I've been thinking about it.
Same. I've been thinking about watching not that Andor, and I haven't yet.
I watched 1 or 2 episodes of it. I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I thought you were.
And I haven't gone back to it. I think I'm going to wait and see it until it's like all out there, and then like watch it at my own pace.
Oh, it's not all out there yet?
If it is, it like just is.
It just is, okay.
But there might be a couple more.
That's fair.
Because I don't know how many episodes there are. I think like the 8th one just came out. But I haven't watched it. I mean, they dropped like what, 2 or 3 on the first day. So.
Yeah, 2. No, 3. Yeah. They did 3 episodes the first day.
Yeah.
Because they kept pushing it back. Did you see everything else got pushed back from Marvel?
Yeah, Ant-Man still, I mean...
Yeah, that...
Black Panther's coming out in November. Ant-Man's coming out in February. And then there's like nothing.
Until 2023, basically.
Yeah.
Or no, the end of 2023.
Yeah, until like the end of the year almost. Which, because Blade got pushed back. And then everything else got pushed back.
Deadpool got pushed back.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it got pushed back.
Because that wasn't coming out until like 24.
Yeah,
right?
like September.
Yeah.
But he had put the date.
But like, yeah, they put the date out and then like a week later, they're like,
literally a week.
push it back.
Forget you saw this.
It just makes me wonder like how much stuff, like how much things were going to start crossing over at a certain point.
Oh, it's going to be crazy.
Because if Blade got pushed, everything else suddenly was like, we don't know. Or like just months and months pushed back. So like there had to have been, shit was going to start snowballing real good, I would imagine. Not that it hasn't already with all the series and everything.
Listen.
Because the only other thing coming out, well, there's Black Panther, and then there's the
Christmas
Guardians
special.
holiday special, Christmas special, and then Ant-Man. And I don't think they've announced any more like series.
When does the?
Have they?
Yeah, I thought so. That's what I was just
No,
about to say.
isn't like Loki coming out next summer, or like something's coming out next summer?
Yeah, something. There's definitely a series or two.
Yeah.
And they even be a new series, I think.
Yeah.
But, I'm intrigued. I mean, speaking of the last She-Hulk episode was
Oh, come on.
amazing,
Incredible.
It was so good. Scar, loved it. You know what everyone's, the haters on the internet, the haters. They were upset about his hair. I was like, that's all you guys got?
Okay.
That's it?
Okay.
Because in the comic, his hair is like hanging down in his face.
Yeah.
This time he had a bun up.
Yeah.
So? Because it's not comic. I was like, shut the fuck up. You guys are idiots. You guys are idiots.
She-Hulk is pretty comic book accurate, and he didn't like that either.
Yes.
Miss Marvel was not very comic book accurate, and everyone, myself included, I was like, that looks a little weird. But by the final episode, they're like, you might be a mutant. Everyone's like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Like, oh, well, yeah, because they said your favorite word in the final episode.
They still didn't like it.
They still didn't like it.
They still shit on it though.
They're like, the show still sucked. But, but there could be mutants. Like there already could be fucking mutants going on.
I mean,
and you
we just watched
don't act like you
Doctor Strange movie.
Don't act like you fucking don't hate Miss Marvel.
One died in the Ultron movie. Like we've had mutants.
Yeah, they just weren't legally allowed to call them that.
Right.
Yeah.
Same. So yeah, for me, I'm just like, I'm excited. Like, listen, and then with this DC stuff, whatever they're doing, and James Gunn, did you see that?
Yeah, him and somebody else are like the two. They're gonna run everything.
Like the CEO of the studios. So here's my thing. So, spoiler alerts. So the way I got spoiled for Black Adam, which we're going to talk about here soon.
So yeah, spoiler alert, obviously.
Was literally, it was like Henry Cavill was coming back as Superman. I was like,
yep.
What? I was like, that's what's up. I was so excited. I almost sent it to you. That I was on Twitter.
I saw it.
I was like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, yes, that's what's up. Whatever. Then it was like, Henry Cavill's come back, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was like, then I saw the James Gunn thing, and I was like, that's awesome for them, I guess. Like, okay, so I was like, oh, they're trying to. I was like, ooh, with Black Adam coming out, this is my thought process. I was like, with Black Adam coming out, I was like, and Shazam, I was like, they're probably trying to like, get this going again with James Gunn because he's smart, obviously, whatever.
James Gunn makes pretty good superhero movies.
I was like, oh man, that's such a good idea. I was like, cool. Never put two and two together. Last night, no, the day before, it said it was a picture of Superman. I was like,
ooh.
It wasn't the picture of the movie. It was something different. I was like, why does he keep showing this?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we got it. He's coming back. Whatever. So then, you know how they've been doing like these pages on Facebook, been doing like, let's say Iron Man. They were like, Iron Man 2009, Iron Man 2011, Iron Man 2000, blah, blah. Like, they just show the different evolutions of it. The picture that sealed it for me was like Superman 2013, Superman 2015, and then I saw Superman like 2000, whenever Shazam 19.
Yeah.
And then there was another picture, and I was like, why would there? Fuck.
Did it say 22?
Didn't even look at it. I scrolled so fucking quick because I knew what was, because it had to be even, and the last one on the left was 19, and I was like, I swear to God, I was like, fuck. And then all of a sudden it was just like Henry Cavill's coming back, and I'm like, well, that makes sense if he's in the fucking movie.
I saw it on Facebook, I think, and I was like, Henry Cavill back as Superman. I was like, oh, cool. Oh, wait.
Didn't put two and two together.
Like I put it together pretty quickly in my head. I was like, a movie just came out, and I get that this is news, but this is the only reason that like it would be announced like this. Like they wouldn't, because also apparently The Rock had notoriously been like putting out the fucking end credit scene everywhere.
Oh, was he?
Apparently, like you couldn't stop him from putting it places, and like people. So I don't follow him. I don't follow his online presence that closely, so I didn't see it.
I do follow him, and every single thing that Black Adam, I just kept scrolling by because I knew we were going to go see it.
I was seeing a lot of reports or like headlines or whatever of stuff saying like, yeah, The Rock has not been shy, but like here's what the end credit scene is. Either like if he's not posting it, just blatantly like saying what happens in it. And I was like, that's hilarious, but also I don't want to see it because I want to see it in the theater. But good for him. But apparently people didn't mind. They were like, oh yeah, it's great. And I was like, that's fine. I'm not as invested in DC, so if it. And it was spoiled for me. It was spoiled for me, and it didn't like. I was I'm still gonna see it. Just like if you spoil the Marvel movie for me, I'd still go see it, but I would be more upset because I'm much more invested.
Again,
in it.
If this would have been my Mjolnir moment.
Yes, I was gonna be so excited to see your reaction to it because in my head I put it together. I was like, that has to be what the end credit scene was, and I wasn't gonna look it up to spoil it for myself. But in my head, I was like, that has to be what it is. And I was telling Megan about it. I was like, if this is what it is, Keith's gonna be so excited. And I was talking to Jacob about it too. I was like, he's gonna be so excited, and I can't wait to see his reaction to it. And then you're like, I got spoiled. And I was like, he got spoiled on that, didn't he? He had to have. That makes me so fucking
That's the only
sad.
thing it could have been.
Yeah.
It was after seeing the movie. That's the only thing it could have been.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn it, damn you, internet. And the thing is, I hadn't really seen a lot of everything that Black Adam happened. I was scrolling away, and I'm like, cool, whatever, because I didn't know that the fucking devil was the villain. I had no idea. I honestly thought.
Me neither.
I didn't know anything about the rest of the people.
I didn't know Mephisto was going to be in this movie.
Yeah, listen, finally, we got him. I did not know he was going to be the villain, so I thought Dr. Fate was the villain. Because I didn't know who he was. I'd never heard of him, and I was just like, okay, he's the villain. That's cool. Like, and then they had all these other. Didn't know anything about the tornado chick. I'd never seen that in the trailer.
I just figured he was going to be fighting them.
Yeah.
I mean, and he did.
No,
and
I
he
didn't.
did a little bit, but like I figured
didn't think that either.
I thought the movie was going to be them versus him because
I didn't think that.
Just because I was like, because my understanding of Black Adam is different than what the character actually is, and I actually learned something about him recently. That I mean, in the movie also, but I learned more about him recently. It's like, okay, not what I thought he was.
I was just like, wait a minute, who's the villain? And then when they were this guy, I was like, oh, he's not dead. I knew he wasn't dead.
When they showed him fried, I was like, so what the fuck's gonna happen now?
I knew it.
But we'll get there.
All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. All right, welcome back to Black Adam. We are going to go with the cast with young Chris.
Okay. Cast of Black Adam. First off, you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, podcast favorite, dare I say it, as Black Adam / Tef Adam. I'm not going to bother saying like new character or this and that for the DCEU because they don't keep their people around long enough.
So they're all new characters.
They're all new to me.
Honestly,
I know who most of these characters are, but like these are new to this universe because it's not that expensive of a universe comparatively. Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, Pierce Brosnan, the villain from Mrs. Doubtfire, as Dr. Fate. Noah Centineo as Atom Smasher, Sarah Shahi as Adriana Tomaz, Quintessa Swindell as Cyclone, Marwan Kenzari as Ishmael / Sabak / King Achton, Bodhi Sabangui as Aman Tomaz, Mohammed Amer as Kareem, hilarious. James Kusati Moyer as Samir, Jalon Christian as Harut, Benjamin Patterson as Skinny Teth Adam. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I saw that in the credits.
That's hilarious. Odelia Halevi as Shiruta, Uli Latukifu as the champion. I'm guessing he was like the champion. I'm guessing he was like mocap body maybe for the demon guy. Or no, he had his own name. I don't know who he would be then.
It could have been his son.
Oh, like as the juiced one? That makes sense, yes.
Because I was a kid.
Yeah.
It
was Billy Batson all grown up.
Right.
Jennifer Holland as Amelia Harcourt. I'll get to you in a moment because I'm saving you for last. Jimon Honso as the Wizard, who we saw in Shazam. Scrolling. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. Like we saw her not right away, but like pretty early into the movie after
kind of right away.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, even though I already talked about him. Henry Cavill as Superman, Kal-El. And the one I saved for last, good old Uncle Al, Dr. Saperstein himself, Henry Winkler. Also Barry Zuckerkorn from Arrested Development, hilarious. But Henry Winkler is Uncle Al, Adam Smasher's uncle, apparently the former Adam Smasher. Hilarious.
That was funny.
Didn't need to happen cameo, but I loved it. And it's on my list. That is the cast of Black Adam. From me, I'm going to send it over to Keith for the plot. Keith, what's the plot of Black Adam?
He's black.
Oh, it doesn't matter what the plot. I'm going to be doing these the whole time. I'm going to try to do a lot of rock stuff.
So scroll a little bit on Facebook. Good thing I didn't see this yesterday or earlier.
Uh-oh.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson posted a video of Henry Cavill. Fuck off, dude. Get it together. Read the room.
Like he posted a video of Henry Cavill, or like
no,
him
yeah.
and Henry Cavill.
No, just of Henry Cavill. But he wrote a whole thing. Welcome home, Superman. I'll see you down the road. Blah blah. Either way, I'm glad I didn't see it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So. As we were talking. Either way, so as if you are familiar with the whole Shazam story, there's a council of wizards. They choose the most. And also, I've wrote something down about the council of wizards. By the way, I don't know if I put it under likes. I don't know if I like or dislike. But either way, they choose a hero. They chose. Black Adam in the beginning of the movie. In the beginning of the movie, they show this city. They didn't say where it was at. I forgot what it was called. What was the city called?
Kahndaq.
That one. And the city was ruled by an overlord, and they were slaves, and they were trying to get this resource called Eternium, and just like in A Bug's Life, they figured out that the more that stand up to the guards and the whatever, they can overthrow them. So some kid who we are led to believe is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson ends up being chosen by the Council of Wizards. He becomes Black Adam. And then he kills the king and saves the city. And then apparently the city's doomed for eternity because everybody invades them. and a new gang called the Intergang was basically ruling over them now, to the point where they were looking for the crown of Sabak or whatever it was called. And that was going to lead the king back in the day to be the ruler of all the land, basically turn him into the devil. Because the Council of Wizards has their hero, their champion, and then the devil has his champion, I guess. It's all around,
Everybody's got a champion now.
Right. It's all around Greek mythology, more than likely. I mean, Wonder Woman, come on now. Batman, Greek mythology. So they end up looking for it, and to save the lady who's looking for it to save herself, she calls on Black Adam. Throughout the movie, we learn that Black Adam's not a hero, and the Council of Wizards actually didn't choose Black Adam. They actually kept him in prison. It was not a tomb, but it was a prison that he was called from, etc., etc. Then we get a lot of fights. We get a lot of other superheroes who join the fray to beat Black Adam. Some friends become enemies, some enemies become friends, and in the end, there's Superman. This is the story of my life, personally. So,
where does that bring you?
Back to Superman.
Back to him.
Back to fucking Henry Cavill.
Yep.
And that butt chin. As soon as that chin got on the screen, I was like, ooh, wee. I was like, there he is. That chin made me proud. But either that's a plot. Let's get into some likes.
Let's do it.
I'll let you go first, Chris.
Oh, okay.
By all means.
My first like.
Superman? Sorry. You go. You got likes. I forgot.
He's on my list, actually.
You better be. He's been
in-
gone for years.
In dislikes. No, he's not. He didn't. He's not on my I promise you, he's not on my dislikes. First,
He
like,
better not be.
it's The Rock. It's number one.
Fair.
It's the people's champ of Kondak.
Fair.
People's champion.
He is the people's champion.
Yeah. How can I not like him?
That's fair.
I've liked The Rock for a long time. Obviously, wrestling days. Watched him all the time when I was younger. And even his movies, even if the movie's not great,
Name a Rock movie that's not great.
Doom.
You're right.
The movie sucked.
Never seen it.
Even if the movie's not great,
Damn.
which again was Doom, I still enjoyed it.
I literally was like, name one. Oh,
Which again
okay.
was Ants. No, I still enjoy The Rock because he's just entertaining. I'm not gonna tell you I've seen all his movies. I didn't see San Andreas. I didn't see Skyscraper.
Aren't they the same movie?
I don't know. One of them he fights an earthquake. One of them he fights a building. I don't know. But like I saw, what was it? Jungle Cruise.
I didn't see that one.
I saw that one once we put it on Disney Plus. I watched it. I was like, it wasn't great.
What was so controversial about it?
Was it controversial?
Somebody said there was like an element of controversy around his character, like in the movie, that the people are like, "Oh, be careful," because I just assumed that he at some point was a slave or something. I don't know.
No, I don't. If I remember right, you probably you don't care if I spoil the movie.
I'm never
You're
gonna
not
watch
watch
it.
Okay,
No.
so
Came out 2 years ago.
it's like a twist on the Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
How like they took the cursed gold, so like they were doomed to be like they were cursed to be undead
Mm-hmm.
skeleton pirates. Basically the same thing. There's like a hidden temple in the like down the river, like down the Amazon River somewhere in the jungle, and there was like a certain flower that grew in it only for like one night out of however many years for like a special moon magic shit. Someone hires The Rock. I think it's Emily Blunt. I think is the actress. She hires The Rock because he's the only person in town with a boat, apparently. And he's the only juiced person in town with a boat to get her to this temple in time to get this magic flower. Other people are after the flower, but also these like cursed Spanish conquistadors that tried to get the gold, or like they were there for treasure and shit back in the day, and didn't get it or got it and were cursed. I forget. Were like basically like semi-undead, whatever monsters. The twist is that The Rock is also a semi-undead monster.
Somebody said it was controversial. I just was like, oh, because they were like, oh, it's back in the day, and I'm like, oh, well, he was a slave.
I don't remember anything like controversial-ish being in it.
I just remember.
I just remember
headline.
that like so-called twist, or not so-called. Like I just kind of figured it out a little ways through it. But like I didn't mind The Rock in it. It wasn't The Rock's fault that the movie was kind of lame.
No?
It was The Rock. He was fun.
Sounds like a lame movie. Sounds like it's a lame ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you take a lame ride, make it into a movie. It's apparently lame.
Chicken versus egg. Which one's
Never
lame first?
never been on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. However, good movies in my opinion. I like those movies.
I haven't seen the last one.
The last one, like the fifth one,
Yes.
it was okay. It wasn't bad.
Wait, which other one are you thinking about?
The fourth one, there was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Curse of the Black Pearl,
I've seen the fourth one.
Dead Man's Chest,
Right.
the second one. At World's
World's
End
End.
is the third one, and then Stranger Tides is the fourth one.
Yeah.
And that's the one where it's like just Johnny Depp, nobody else from the other movies. It's like
Yeah.
him and Blackbeard. I think like Salma Hayek is a character in it, and they're like looking for the Fountain of Youth or something. Or no, I think Barbossa's in it, but he's like
Yeah, he is.
he's like
Something.
I think he's in the Navy. Like I think he's one of them or something. Or he looks like it at least. And the fifth one is Dead Men Tell No Tales. I think.
Yeah.
It's like
I
I
haven't seen
think
that
it's like Javier Bardem, like a bunch of other like undead pirates that have like pieces missing from them, and so and they find the trident of like Neptune or Poseidon or some shit, and like smashing it breaks all the curses of the sea, and supposedly tethers Will from his thing to be the captain of the Flying Dutchman.
Fair.
Even the movie came out like 7 years ago, and they haven't done anything since. But
Rightfully so.
whatever.
Never seen it.
I still like those movies. I like pirates and shit. It's fun for me. But anyway, The Rock. I like him. In this movie, I shouldn't say I really appreciate him in this movie. I like him in any movie, but I like the fact that in this one, it makes sense for him to be a big, juiced up muscle dummy.
Same.
Because every other movie, people complain like, "Oh, he's a Rampage, or biggest primatologist I've ever seen."
Who's complaining?
Not me.
We weren't complaining.
We were making jokes about it, but I wasn't complaining about it.
100%.
Like Central Intelligence, like, "Oh, this guy's a secret agent. This guy doesn't blend in at all. He's fucking huge." But also, he'd fucking take you apart. So yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, it was. You know, there's some big people.
You gonna tell him his cover's blown? He's not gonna just beat the shit out of you.
Also, I mean, you can't. Except for in this movie, I'm gonna say you can't beat the shit out of a gun.
If no one survives, there's no witnesses.
That's also fair.
So like in this one or Jumanji, but they were like video game characters in that one, I guess, in the new Jumanji movie. So like it made sense then. But he's a superhero. Finally, The Rock gets to play Black Adam, a character he's wanted to play forever, which I think is great for him. Not that he needs me to be happy for him, but I think it's great.
But you can be.
I am. And guess who I wouldn't be happy for if they got to play the character that they want to play forever? Channing Tatum. Because I don't fucking care that he wants to be. Because I don't give a shit that he wants to be Gambit.
Gambit?
Nope. No, thank you. But no, I like The Rock. I thought he was good in this.
I did have The Rock down as well. I actually did.
Of course you did. Because you're a sane individual, Keith.
Fair. But I actually didn't have him down first.
Okay.
I had him down towards the end, actually.
I wrote him down before the movie started because I knew I was going to like him.
I try not to do that. Because I know he's supposed to be a villain. So I'm like, maybe I might not like him. But I ended up liking him.
There you go.
He ended up coming back. Actually, there was a point where I was going to say this in the movie theater, but I was like, when the twist of the movie is, and see, here's the thing, I don't know how I knew it, but I knew that his son died, and that's how he became Black Adam. So when I was watching the movie, I was like, this is not at all what I heard. That's great. At least something's not spoiled for me. And then it was like, oh, actually, his son was the champion, and then his son gave his powers to his dad, which is The Rock. And then they showed The Rock with a skinny body, and I was like, "Oh, this is Rocky Maivia. Oh, okay, this is this is pre Nation of Domination."
I knew The Rock was playing that kid's dad from the start because I recognized his voice, and they were going out of their way to not show his face.
I had no idea.
I definitely
because he didn't look like it.
I recognized his voice right away.
Listen, let me tell you something about movies and me. I've said this before. I be staying in my lane. I don't try. It's not even like, I'm not saying you try. I know some people do try, but literally I just be like, well, that's his dad. I know The Rock's not playing his dad. Like, that's The Rock. Like, I was led to believe that was The Rock. So
this kid's gonna grow up to be The Rock.
There is nobody else that I thought it could have been, and I was like, that's fair. Makes sense. This is good. I was like, this is good. And then it was like, oh, the whole time it was Bruce Willis the whole time, and I was like, God damn. But yeah, it was good. The Rock was good.
Yeah, and he ripped that fucker in half at the end. That was awesome.
That was actually pretty sweet.
That was awesome.
That was pretty sweet.
I thought maybe he was gonna like snap his neck Superman style or like break his horns off or some shit, but he just fucking ripped him in half. That was sweet. From the starting with the head.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I thought it was great.
Yes.
All right. My first the Black Adam intro. Which it's crazy because I saw some of it in the trailer 2 years ago. And honestly, it didn't lose its luster. I was like, when he choked that man and that man turned into a skeleton from the lightning, I was like, we're here, boys. Strap in, because it's about to be a wild ride. And then he just went on taking it. It was good. And I was like, oh, okay, this is how you introduce a character right here. This is how you introduce a character. This is how you introduce their powers. This is how you introduce a character. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. I was like, this is good. I know people don't like overpowered beings and what. I'll say this, and I said this before. We do, though. They say we don't, but we do.
Some of we don't.
Here's the thing. I hear you, but I'm gonna disprove that.
Hit me.
Nintendo is overpowered. They have the best games. They have the best systems. They've always had Mario. Everything about Nintendo has been flawless and has never been overtaken by PlayStation or Xbox. And we love it because it's OP, though. It is. Not the games, not the play, whatever. The fact that we love big corporations, even though we say we don't.
That's fair.
But we do. And guess what corporations are? Very OP.
Yeah.
They can put you in the dirt and you won't be heard from. Why? Because they're OP. We love OP. When you never root for not never, but you usually don't root for the underdog in wrestling unless you like that person. But yeah, we like everything OP. You know, here's the thing. Like that's just my point of view. I like The Rock. Why? He's OP.
Oh, I mean, the man himself is overpowered.
So why not?
Let alone the character.
So why not hate him? Because you can't.
He's personable.
Superman's
He's
OP.
charming.
Captain Marvel's OP. Black Adam's OP. Shazam's OP. But these are all good characters. Why? Why not? Well, they should be. I love it.
Yeah.
And then they get to fight each other, and we get flying in the air fights. It's the best. And I love it. But either way, Black Adam, the intro was great. That's my first one.
And do you mean like specifically the part where they like woke him up and he was just killing everybody, or do you mean like the intro where they were like doing the history and everything?
Nope.
Okay.
His intro.
Just him getting
The Black Adam
just
intro.
him frying everybody.
It was great.
Yes, it was.
So good.
All right, my next one happens fairly soon after that. I just wrote Slow Mo Massacre, where he
Amazing.
does his like Quicksilver scene. Granted, I didn't care for the fact that they like blasted Paint It Black over it. I thought that was a little weird and kind of abrupt. The music, they were blasting like Rolling Stones' Paint It Black over it. I thought that was kind of goofy. But when he put that fucking grenade in that dude's mouth, he was like dropping rockets down the fucking tanks that had shot him.
Great. To me, that's a part of his intro.
That was sweet. Yeah.
Loved it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
In my opinion.
That's
but,
fair.
But that's I loved it, though. I agree.
I liked the whole slow-mo part, and then when it like sped up at the end and that dude pulled the grenade, I was like, oh shit, and then just died.
Hilarious.
I thought that was really cool.
That was so good.
Oh, and also the part in his one intro where he like threw a dude at another dude, and then like they showed him still holding his arm because he just like ripped his fucking arm off when he threw the dude and just dropped it. That was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
The one thing I was just thought about this in the trailer, they show him killing an airplane fighter jet. That never happened.
That wasn't in the movie.
Well, that's okay,
and I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I saw it so many times.
Because so many people, I think, were also not that they didn't put it in because people were complaining, but people were complaining about that scene, being like, "Oh, it's just like Iron Man." I'm like, I don't give a shit. I like it.
It's a little different.
The Rock.
It was definitely a lot different, though.
It's The Rock. I don't care.
Because Iron Man was trying to actively not destroy those. The Rock in that scene was actively trying to destroy.
Punching a fucking plane.
Exactly. But either way, my next Waller. I love her continuity.
She's one of their most consistent characters in the fucking Amanda Waller is the Stan Lee cameo of the DCEU.
100%. I'm almost certain she's been in almost every single one.
Or she's the Nick Fury of the DCEU, one or the other. Like she's the one that ties them all together.
Because she's black, huh? I like it.
Or that.
I like it. That's fair.
I mean, they're both strong black characters who keep everyone's fucking movies in order. You want a movie? You're going to be in this one.
I love it. It was great.
It works.
But I like Waller. Like I said, I love the continuity of her being in all these, and it's good. It's good times. I need to know why she is on the side of Superman now, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean,
that's okay.
She said she was calling in a favor, and I know she works for the government. So, I mean,
she tried to kill Superman.
She did.
So, either way. Your next line. I bet you it's the same one I have, but go ahead.
Uncle Al Saperstein? Yep.
Except I have the worst lawyers. Yeah. I couldn't think of his fucking name.
The worst fucking attorneys. I thought that was great. It didn't need to be in there, and it was.
Yeah, I was like,
they literally
what?
could have not had that happen.
I was like, did he play this character back in the day or something?
No idea.
Yeah, same.
I just thought it was great.
No, it was so good.
They could have not had it happen. They could have picked anyone else, and I probably would have liked it less unless it was someone else cool, but it was him, and I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
It's vintage. Or it's historical. Whatever the fuck you said. It was great.
Like, it's the Fonz. Come on. Uncle Albert Fonzarelli. Come on.
Yeah, I definitely
I thought that was hilarious.
Let's see. My next
Yes.
This is what I wrote. Professor X level mansion. When the fucking thing came out of the ground.
When the jet came out of the ground, I heard you make a sound, and I thought the same thing. I was like, this is the X-Men.
This is just good. I was like, hey, here's the thing. I'll tell you what. It wasn't Dr. Fate. It was... Who was it? It wasn't Black Adam. Maybe it was Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate, Adam, Smasher, Tornado, not so much. I don't know her name. But
Cyclone.
Yeah.
But Doctor Strange, no, sorry, Doctor Fate. I was like, this is just Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But Adam Smasher is just Ant-Man. I was like, okay, cool. I'm seeing
But
the
less
similarities. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I mean, he was just a goofy character, which is again Ant-Man. But
Ant-Man's a hardened criminal. So
listen, I understand that you
respect on
don't. You love Ant-Man. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm just saying I see the similarities.
I love Paul Rudd Ant-Man. I'm not as familiar with the comics Ant-Man. I love MCU Ant-Man.
That's fair.
Bobby Newport.
It was good.
Yes.
It was really good. But yeah, I noticed that. But yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah, I noticed the whole Marvel. I was like, oh, okay, these characters seem. But anyway, yeah, when it came out of the thing, I was like, well, that's dope. And I was like, honestly, this gives the X-Men a run for its money because first off, that jet was way better. Way better.
Yeah, it had like a detachable submarine cockpit thing.
It was bulletproof.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on with that jet, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah, it was like their whole fucking command center.
I love it.
Instead of just like, all right, everybody in the plane.
Instead
that's
of,
it.
This Justice Society doesn't have to go to the Fortress of Solitude when they want to make a plan, even if it is a bad plan. It's a plan. But yeah, that was my next like.
Okay, my next one, I believe, is Dr. Fate. He made my list.
Same.
I liked him. I'm very vaguely familiar with the character from the show Young Justice. He's in there, and I think like a couple other DC animated things I've seen that have had him in it. And I know that like the main deal is like the helmet.
Yeah.
That's when he puts the helmet on. At least in that Young Justice show, when whoever it was that put the helmet on, like it didn't matter who you were, you put the helmet on, you turn into fucking Dr. Fate. You're like, he's like a spirit or a magic being that like possesses your body and lets you take off the helmet when he decides he's done with you. In this one, he was like on and off, on and off, on and off. Fine, I'm not that invested in the character to know like one way or the other whether that's accurate. I like Pierce Brosnan. I thought he was good in the role. I liked him in this. Again, I liked him as Doubtfire, even though he was the villain.
I liked him in GoldenEye.
I liked him in
Mars Attacks.
Not at the World's End. That's Parts of the Caribbean again. In the World's End, I liked him in that.
Same.
I enjoyed Pierce Brosnan. I liked him in The Foreigner with Jackie Chan.
Didn't see it. But he was also in Mars Attacks, though.
Yes, he was. He got turned in. He got a dog body.
Yep, him and Jessica Sarah Parker. Well, nope. Sarah Jessica Parker. Not Jessica Sarah Parker. I don't know that person. I don't know Sarah Jessica Parker either.
I don't know her.
No, I wrote that as well.
Yeah.
That was my next.
I thought it was cool because he's also doing like Doctor Strange shit, like making copies of himself, doing like mirror dimension shit. That sweet like golden ink cross thing that he was dropping on people that turned into big crystal prisms. That was fucking dope. That was sweet.
I know, and I know you've told me that like Superman and Shazam and all these people are. No, I know Superman's like weak to magic.
Yeah, Shazam and Black Adam are like powered by magic.
Yeah, but Dr. Fate was like, I got some magic for that ass.
Yeah.
He honestly, by himself, he was kind of wrecking shop.
Yeah,
I was impressed with Dr. Fate.
He was like the strongest one on the team that they had.
By far.
That they had to like keep in reserve. Like, I'm just gonna sit this one.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do anything because I'll do your job for you.
Literally, he was like, yeah.
Do we need a whole Justice Society? Do we need a whole Society of Justice if this one man will get it done? Do we need a whole League of Justice if just one Superman will get it done? I agree. That's a question that I have.
I agree. First person voted out, Batman. He's out of here. Doesn't even have powers. And they say just as much.
It's either going to be Batman or Green Arrow.
What's his thing? I know all your identities. Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like, I say Coach Smith, I feel like Agent Smith can't tell our identities if he don't have a mouth. Like Superman, burn his mouth off. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Dr. Fate, cut his ass in half. Like
send him to meet his parents.
Exactly. Actually, predict the future and show him how his parents are going to die in every fucking movie he's in. But yeah, I was impressed. I didn't know I've never heard of Dr. Fate. I remember seeing it on the trailer and I was like, I like that guy. I knew it. The gold, the blue, he was just amazing. And then there's Pierce Brosnan. And that's the funny thing too. So I wrote Dr. Fate because I was impressed with Dr. Fate. The next thing I wrote, put / his robe.
When this man came out in the Hugh Hefner robe, I was like,
You exclaimed in the theater, like, this man. I'm like, yeah.
this fucking guy. I was like, his robe, and then I was like, Pierce Brosnan, because chef kiss. Like, this is cinema, okay? Because he could do no wrong. And he was projecting the future and shit, and he was just like, what's my future? He's like, I don't know. He was just acting like an old man at times. He was like, I don't know, man. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I liked him. He was just holding that helmet. Like, what is the future? What is the helmet telling you?
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you.
You're right.
Tell me. Okay, I want all the credit and none of the blame.
Exactly. At the beginning, he was like, was I snaring? He's like, a little bit, sir. Yeah. He's like, next time, honk the horn. I was like, that's hilarious. That's funny.
Just looking in the future.
I loved it. He is my new favorite. He's dead, but my new favorite.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah. So, let's see. My next, I put it under likes because, what the fuck? The Council of Wizards are terrible. They're terrible. They pick the worst people.
They pick a lot of children to give their powers
also,
to, which are not great people, you would think.
Right.
To give superpowers to.
So I put that before knowing that there was a Rock Son who, but also, you're wizards. Get it together. You picked the wrong guy. What was his name in fucking Shazam? That other guy.
Dr. Zavanna, Mark Strong.
Yeah. Come on. You guys are fucking up left and right, and then you're blaming it on the hero. Hey, you got to go stop him now. What? Why I got to clean up your mess? It's like Megamind all over again. Like, come on, man. It counts over, and I don't dislike it because it's hilarious. It keeps, it's a running gag.
Keeps the movies going.
It's a plot point.
Because apparently one dude's going to be in the next Shazam too. I thought he died.
Where's the guy?
Jimon Hunso's character. He was the wizard that gave Billy his powers and wouldn't give Mark Strong his powers in the first Shazam. And he was in this one.
Why did he die?
I just thought I remembered him dying. I thought I remembered him giving Billy his powers and like fading away or some shit.
Oh.
I must have misremembered that because he's in the fucking next Shazam too. He's in Shazam too because he was. He was all over that trailer.
He didn't die in any of his movies.
I know he didn't die in this one.
He didn't die in this one. He didn't die in Shazam.
I don't know why I thought he like died or faded away. Or I thought like Mark Strong and that's like his fucking demon things got him or something.
He didn't die in Guardians of the Galaxy. He didn't die in Captain Marvel.
He didn't die in Captain Marvel because he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he didn't die in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I thought they did. They ripped his like fucking brain computer thing out of his head and he just kind of like.
Oh, when was that? Who?
At the end of the movie, Drax.
The first one?
Yeah, Drax does it. Remember when they're having their big fight and Groot like kills like 8 dudes and is all smiley about it?
Honestly,
I watched it within the last couple of months. I remember it. I don't remember. Yeah, like Drax like fucking pins him to the wall and like rips the computer thing out of his head, and then I think he says he's like finger across the throat means death.
Huh? Interesting. I may have to watch it again. He didn't die in Amistad. I know that.
I didn't see it.
He was a slave.
Oh.
He didn't die though.
Good.
He got his freedom. Anyway, that was my like.
Okay.
Your next like.
My next like, Hawkman.
Sir.
I thought he was sweet because this is a character I know nothing about.
Zero things.
I've seen in like a show or two here and there, and I'm like, this dude looks like a fucking goon. This dude looks like a clown character.
Kind of.
And his outfit, like his helmet was a little goofy, but he pulled that fucking mace out.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then that mace turned into a fucking axe, and you and I both were like, okay.
There's more.
You sat for it, you're like, all right, here we go.
He came with the slap chop. He was sweet. Like, there's more.
The mace itself was cool. I was like, I know that's like his signature weapon. It's like just like a fucking mace. Then it started like spinning, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
And it was also like absorbing power.
It was like absorbing like Black Adam's lightning. It was absorbing like dude's fires and all this kind of shit. Like it was doing things. And then he's like, nah, fuck that. Swing, turns it into a big fucking golden axe and should have gone for the head on the demon. But it was pretty sweet.
But he wasn't even the real person at that point.
Nope. He was.
Or was he?
I think he was.
No, yeah, he was. He got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he used the helmet at the end to fucking fake him out, faked his own death, which was great because it looked just like the 3 times we saw his vision of death, or the vision of his death, and I thought it was great.
It wasn't until the last vision that I saw that thing poking out of his back.
Yeah.
I was like,
he
he
was the
did.
leader of the unnecessary team. It could have just been Dr. Fate. Honestly, could have been Dr. Fate and him.
yeah, honestly,
But I thought he was cool. Like it was
great.
It was his like palatial mansion estate that jet came out of, from underneath of. He had that sweet suit of armor. His helmet is a different story, but it had infrared. He had sweet fucking wings. He was cool. I liked him.
And the way his like helmet snapped on, I was like, this guy.
He fought Black Adam like 3 times and lived.
He kind of, bro, and he fought the devil and lived.
Yeah.
He was getting knocked the fuck out. I was like, okay, so he has super strength. He has to.
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure he does.
Because I was like, bro, he was getting hit.
He fought the devil in a fiddle contest and he won. He didn't win, but he lived.
He lived.
He tagged into Charlie Daniels, who came in and won.
He fucking. The one time he got hit with a Ayukit, and I was like, oh, he's dead. And then he just hopped up.
Oh, he
like,
hit him with that burning fucking like dragon punch from the demon dude? That,
No,
like, big
from
uppercut?
Black
No, that was
Adam.
Black Adam in with that, yeah.
hit him with the uppercut, and he stood up. And I was like, sir, know when to. What's that song go? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him. Fold them before you get folded, sir. I was like, this guy, but I loved it. And I wrote Hawkman/Axe because when that Axe came out, your boy was like, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
I loved it. I was like, this guy can. And I was like hesitating to write him down the whole movie until that Axe came out. I was like, okay, I loved him the whole movie. Yeah. My next hilarious uncle.
Oh, Uncle Kareem?
Whatever his name was.
Same.
He was fucking
He
hilarious.
made my list. He was good.
He was so fucking funny. Baby, come back.
Yeah, just like, you're not coming into the temple? Bad knee.
Yeah, he was
Puts a tape in that thing, like had his ex-girlfriend's name on it, said Jenny. Puts it in the thing, starts
hilarious.
sad singing in the band. Great.
I was like, this guy. And then he was like, I die by electricity. And he's just like fighting demons.
Yeah, just like pulls out a hitting stick and just starts fighting like skeleton hellspawn things. That was great.
So how's it look, Doc? I'm not that kind of doctor. I can see the future. How do I die? By electricity. I'm an electrician.
I'm an electrician. Avoid electricity. I'm an electrician. How am I going to do that? You just got to look at him. I was like, is he going to help him?
I know, right? And he just like put him to sleep. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well.
He did. Yeah, he did just like knocked him out. I was like, is he going to fix him? He's going to let him bleed?
The only reason why I wrote him down is because I thought he died. When he got shot, I was like, oh, he's dead.
When they shot him, I think I was like,
a little
because
bit.
I thought he fucking died because he was in the trailer, and I liked him when, of course, the classic thing, like people being in a car, they did it in X-Men, where Magneto walks by that family in the car, and the mom, like, I think locks the fucking doors, like he couldn't just crush you in that fucking thing like a can.
Listen.
But he like rolls his windows up. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I liked him. I thought he was good. Also, I thought he died again at the end because he was in the jet. I thought he was in the jet when like the front half got ripped off and that could fly on its own got ripped off and thrown, and the rest of the body just got like tossed. I thought he was still in there, and I thought he was dead. Because then the kid was like, "Where's Uncle Kareem?" And I was like, "Oh shit, where is he?" And then he showed up. He like drove his van into the fucking demons, and then pulled out his, I don't know what the fuck that stick was. He was just cranking on. I was like, I don't die this way.
That's hilarious.
I thought that was great.
I thought it was great too.
Drove
And
that van right into our hearts.
I will say another Slash mini, like when they were throwing up DDP, I was like, this is
You know this movie's gonna be full of references, Keith.
I listen, right? I was like,
He's throwing up
oh, this is
he's calling for the diamond cutter.
yeah, I was like,
Gotta get
oh,
him.
okay. I was like, he was like, oh, and I was like, sir, stop throwing up gang signs. I was like, but I love it. Keep it up. No, gang signs are cool.
Peace. I love peace.
Yeah, but that was about. I got one more like after that.
Okay. That I think is my last one. Oh no, I'll do one more. I thought the demon was cool.
He did not look bad at all.
I thought he looked pretty sweet.
I was like, okay.
I liked him.
I was like, that's what's up.
Not a character I've ever heard of before, and that's fine.
Oh well.
They don't
You've
all
heard
need
of
to
him
be
before
Satan.
in the Bible. He's a character in the Bible. A
Jesus.
recurring role.
Jesus.
Black Adam was Jesus.
They have the power of
obviously.
flight. Heel leopards.
Yeah.
No, I thought the demon dude was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I thought he looked good.
Quick one. Just quick like there. But that's my last one I would throw in there.
I love the jet. I thought the jet was sweet. I had to write it down when it fucking broke apart and he took it diving, and then it was like, I was like, okay, well, you got too much tech for me. Iron Man who at this point? Because come on, man. Like the way he jumped out to the fucking, first off, let's go back to Hawkman. He jumped out the jet with nothing on, no parachute, no nothing. I was like, well, I know and I was like, I've seen the suit. I was like, okay, he's kind of like Falcon.
Because they showed the suit behind him. When they first showed him, he looks back at his suit's back there. He's like, next time, baby.
Next time. he gets recast. God damn. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I was like, cool. But then when he jumped off the jet, I was like, wait, he didn't grab a suit.
Yeah.
Where's the suit? Then he's like,
yeah, just like,
he did fucking Dream of Genie, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. Loved his wings. Like, those are the wings I want to see on Captain America. Going forward. Like, I want to see those look like lifelike wings. I was like, those looked so fucking good. And yeah, when he jumped out the jet, like, it was like, oh, we got a little door here.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be back.
How'd they get into the plane?
I don't
They
know.
get in through that. They like open the thing, just jump up
I
into
have
it.
no idea.
Doesn't matter because it was fucking cool.
Exactly. It doesn't matter because it was fucking cool.
Oh, it doesn't matter
Listen.
how they got in the plane.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And I was just like, well, this jet is sweet. And it looked like a decanter, right? Like it looked like you could just like turn it, twist it, pour it, and then twist it back on. I was like, what kind of light bulb jet is this?
Yeah.
I loved it though. It was great. Okay. Dislikes.
Okay, I got a couple.
You got a couple?
I have a couple.
I have 0 dislikes.
Okay,
But I'll let you go.
here's a couple for you.
I think I know 2 of them. Can I guess?
Sure.
Slow motion.
No,
Really?
no. I thought about it. I was like, I don't mind it.
It was because it was good and it
Yeah.
was only Tornado
Yeah,
most
and
of the time.
it was The Rock beating the shit out of people.
Oh, yeah, him too.
It was Skinny Rock beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, oh man, at
Now
the
I
end,
like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a good one. I was like, wait,
My dislikes: the kid. I didn't like the kid.
what kid?
The fucking kid was all over the movie.
Oh, with the skateboard?
Yeah, skateboard kid. I thought he was annoying.
Man, it's gonna,
I thought he was just like the kid from fucking Shazam. What's his name?
Yeah,
Freddy.
yeah.
Freddie. He's
Exactly
like,
what I
oh
thought he
yeah, superhero
was.
this, superhero that. I'm like, I don't care about this. I don't care about this kid. He's fucking bothering me. I thought he was annoying, but whatever. I guess
he did the Terminator 2 thing.
but it made sense because like he was a dad who lost his son, and like at the beginning of the movie, before they did the reveal, which came out like halfway through the movie, did the big reveal that he was the father, not the son.
later in the movie.
I figured it was like, if they're not, because I just learned that he was like the father that lost his son, that he wasn't like a kid who got powers like Billy. I was like, okay, if they're not making him the father, if he's like another kid, he's like, yeah, okay, he's a kid in a man's body, like he's gonna be like, oh, cool, we're friends, I guess. But the fact that he was like a father who lost his son, I was like, okay, I get it. He's taking care of the kid. I thought the kid was annoying. I thought the kid was dumb. Other dislikes,
No arguments for me.
minor dislikes. Atom Smasher and Cyclone, I don't think they contributed much. Their little romance angle, I thought was also dumb.
It was weird.
Yeah,
She didn't really feel it though. She was like,
because I got the vibe that she was in like high school, and that he was like in his early 20s. Is the vibe I was getting. Maybe that's not what was happening, but I thought it was. First off, I didn't think either of them really brought much to the team.
I did like Cyclone a little bit better than Atom Smasher.
Yes.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just didn't think they really brought much to, like, neither of them. You bring either of them to fight Black Adam, they're gonna get fucking murdered.
To be fair, Atom Smasher was holding his own, like just because he was so big.
He held him down for like a minute, and then he was like,
but then,
"Oh,
yeah." It was just, like I said,
he
just
was-
because he was like big.
yeah."
But yeah, you're right. I agree.
He wasn't overpowering.
I didn't dislike it. Here's the thing: I didn't know about him.
Fair.
I knew about the Atom Smasher. I saw the one scene when he grows up the first time.
Yeah, I saw him in the trailers, but like I didn't know who.
I had no idea who that was.
I don't know who the characters are. And also, I was like, I don't know who this character is. So to me, he's lamer Ant-Man. Like you said, he's Ant-Man, but he's less.
Exactly. And I didn't know anything about her. I didn't even see her in the trailer.
Yeah, I don't think I saw her in one either. It's like, so she's even less important than him.
But I did want to see more about her backstory about getting kidnapped. Who kidnapped her?
Yeah.
Because it's got to be somebody interesting.
Because they just like threw it in there real quick, and they didn't need to mention it at all.
Well, no, because they were talking about the nanobots.
Yeah, but
and that's how they healed the whatever guy.
Yeah, but like they could have just been like, oh, what's healing him? Nanobots. Okay.
Fair.
That's also how I control wind. What? I get it. Like you can use nanobots to explain like almost anything in science fiction, and that's fine. I just thought they didn't need to be in as much as they were, seem as important as they were. To me, they weren't important. But it's a minor thing. It's not a major.
Gotta have a comic relief.
I guess.
Fair.
Funny uncle.
Yeah. Well, for the heroes though.
Funny uncle.
Again, I agree. You're right. You're not wrong.
If everybody's the comic relief, then nobody's the comic relief.
Facts.
Just like in Deadpool. Deadpool is the main character and the comic relief. You don't need fucking TJ Willie not being funny. Fuck him.
Any other dislikes?
No.
So I would have guessed slow motion and soundtrack.
The only one that bothered me was the Rolling Stones over the one scene.
I was like, interesting choice.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. Like, I get it. They use the word black in it. Fine. I figured they'd play something like that over the credits or something. Like the credits, like while just the names are going by. But I did, and it bugged me for a second. I was like, I'm just enjoying what's happening. I got the vibe that they were trying to not be as serious.
Like nobody was as serious as Black Adam and the villain were. Like everybody else was non-serious, and that's why the music was like that. And that's where I kind of go. I'm like, okay. Honestly, I think they blended the comedy and the action really well.
Yeah.
And even the drama of like people dying and stuff. I thought it was pretty well done, honestly. But the music, I was just like, this. All the music, like especially during the fight scenes, because it was almost like abrupt. It was almost like. It started and you knew like he was like, okay, he's about to start flying, press play now. Yeah, okay. And I was just like, all right.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what?
That was the only real instance that I thought it was a little jarring. But it wasn't enough for me it wasn't like throughout the whole movie, so it's not that big of a deal for me.
I love the slow motion parts, boy. Like I said, Cyclone in slow motion, I love that part because I mean she seems sort of fast and all the other stuff. So I really did like that they slowed her down. Black Adam being slowed down, I thought was great. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I did like the slow mo when Skinny Rock was fighting all those guards.
Yeah, that part too.
Because I was going to dislike the fact that they like locked him up for like an hour before they needed him again.
It wasn't that long.
No,
it wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long at all.
But I thought I
mean, like it wasn't that long in movie time. I mean, like as of us watching the movie, it wasn't out. But like in the movie, it was probably like less than a day. That they were like, put him on ice. He's too dangerous. Okay. Oh shit, we need him.
Well, yeah. At least it wasn't a whole movie.
Yeah, because they did.
Justice League.
Exactly. They did need him, and they didn't spend another like 40 minutes bringing him back to then fight him, get their asses beat by him. Yeah, and then you got to see Skinny Rock fight all those fucking guards. I was like, okay, that's fine.
I thought I was going to dislike how they didn't show how he, basically was alive, Black Adam, when he came up out of that water. Because I was like, why is he going to... I was like, he should be, like, rip it out and then say Shazam and then, like,
or just
destroy the whole building.
Just do it under, like, when you're still in the building. Like, dumbass Teth Adam is going to swim a mile to the surface of the ocean. Of the ocean?
You mean the guy who's perpetually only been in the desert is now
an
Olympic swimmer?
From the desert country. Not to say that people from different parts of the world don't know how to swim, but a man who was shown to live in a desert and then basically dead for 5,000 years.
Right.
Comes back, is only shown flying.
And to be fair, he'd only swim like 2. He was like bloop, 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 bloop,
and then he just pulls that mask out instantly. Like first thing he does is pull that mask off. First off, if that's not giving you anything, I would have done that before I jumped in the water.
That's what I thought he was going to do. And then before he got to the water, I was like, they're going to shoot him. He's going to kind of die. He's like, That's what I thought, which I thought would have been great because he should have destroyed that off-site black site building. And then here's my thing. I'm not a writer, okay, but I think he should have did that, destroy the building, like trying to get out. And then, because they show he's not the only one locked up.
Yeah, there's
there.
a bunch of things in there. I thought maybe there was going to be another credit scene, and then they'd like cut back to that and show somebody else in there or something.
I was like, oh.
And they didn't.
If he would have got out, destroyed it, and then all these people just.
Because there were some big ones in there too. Like there were some big pods toward the back.
Yeah. I was like,
okay. If there's another like a doomsday type thing down there or something else.
Because I'm like, okay, Man of Steel 2, let's go. Yeah. Like. You can't just fight your own heroes in every movie. You gotta fight some villains. You gotta fight some.
I was wrong though. I did have one more like.
Oh, like? Okay.
Yes. The Superman scene.
Amazing.
I did like it. For nothing else than I do enjoy Henry Cavill.
Great.
And it hopefully means I'm gonna get to see Superman go one-on-one with the Great One and get his fucking jaw rocked by the fucking Brahma Bull, at least for a little bit before they have to team up. If they fight, Black Adam's gonna give him some trouble because he's magic. It's gonna he probably won't beat him because
so
no one ever permanently beats Superman. I get it.
Facts.
Even when he dies, he comes back. But he's magic.
Like,
he's gonna beat him up for a little bit.
It's like Scarface. Even when I lie, I tell the truth. Like it's the same.
He's gonna beat his ass for a little bit, and I'm excited for that.
It's okay. You gotta get your little joys in somewhere.
Exactly.
I get it.
You can't take this from me.
I get it. I won't.
And I know you wouldn't.
I might though.
But don't try.
I might though. I love you guys, but don't cross me. You're my best friends. I didn't write that down because I was a little upset because it got spoiled for me. That's it.
That's fair.
And it's no one's fault. Because I can't delete and mute shit on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even Twitter that spoiled it this time. It was legitimately Facebook. And it's because now they've been suggesting all these fucking groups that I'm not a part of any of them. I'm not a part of any of them. Then the thing is, they'll send you, if you like it, then they'll send you 1 million. And because you know what I get now? Pokemon shit. All because I like one Pokemon post that came across my timeline months ago. Now it's just Rocket Power, not Rocket,
Team Rocket,
Pokemon, and I don't understand half of it because they're talking about the new people, the new Pokemon. I'm like, they're like, oh, this evolution and this evolution. I'm like, I've never seen this animal a day in my life.
You know, that just means we got to see Black Panther like as soon as possible.
Facts.
I mean, we were going to anyway.
Yeah.
But
for sure,
we have to like the earliest that we
can.
For
sure.
Because this coming week, I have my schedule. I don't have mine for the following week when it comes out.
It's a week after that, I think.
Well, this coming Sunday is the 31st.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like a week from...
Well, Monday, I think.
So it's like 2 weeks from today, right? If it's coming out on a Thursday.
The 11th. What is today? Yeah, 2 weeks from today. You're right.
So we should...
Yeah, the 11th.
Once I get my schedule for that week, we'll have to figure out when we can go see it.
I'm free.
I will... I feel like Megan would probably want to go see it too.
Let's make it a thing.
Yeah, like maybe we can go after I got to work depending on her schedule. But yeah, we'll have to see it like ASAP.
Or if you got a day off, do it in the morning.
Or cheaper. That, yes. Definitely.
Probably less people.
You know, I like that.
That's what I'm saying.
We did it today. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like,
8 o'clock.
It's like $8.
$8.
It's like 3 other people in that theater.
Yeah.
It was great.
And one of them left before the credits scene.
Idiots.
Same. I was like, come on now, we know it.
You failed.
There's a mid-credit scene in fucking all the movies now.
Yeah, honestly.
Marvel started something, no looking back. But yeah, the Superman, I'm excited because, again, he only got one movie. Mm-hmm. You know how I feel about Superman. Mm-hmm. He only got one movie. And he deserved more and better.
I'm surprised that they didn't give him more.
I'm not. DC's trash.
But he's like their dude. He's like their main man.
Nah, they tried to get Batman and Joker in there as soon as possible. That's what would happen. They fumbled the Joker part, and Batman, they were just like, they fumbled that shit too. I was looking at a thing, and I meant to send it to you, but they were ranking the DC movies, and including Black Adam on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't even care about Rotten Tomatoes, honestly.
Same.
Black Adam got 55%.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Somebody got a 60%. I want to say it was Birds of Prey. And I about flipped this fucking table. I was like, you got to be shitting me.
60%.
Like, there is no way. I haven't seen it yet. No way Birds of Prey, without the Birds of Prey, by the way, is better than Black Adam, who actually has Black Adam in it. There's no way. I was like, there's no way. You got to be shit. I was like, okay, so none of these people know what they're talking about. Because honestly, I heard that Black Adam was trash. That's all I heard all week.
All the reviews, like the critic reviews, were low, but the audience reviews were like pretty good.
I didn't see any of them. I just saw everything I saw. I was like, nah, not that great.
Because supposedly it has the highest. I think I just saw a thing saying it has the highest like audience score since of DC since the Nolan Batman movies, supposedly.
Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad. Because that was the highest one. And I was like, there's no way Black Adam, because even Zack Snyder's Justice League had a lower score than the Suicide Squad.
Really?
Listen, I'm telling you, when I saw it, I was like, bro, this is dumb. I was like, this is stupid. And I was like, this is why I don't care about these critics.
You know what review scale I go by?
Which ones?
The Slushie Meter.
Goddamn right.
That's the one that matters to me.
Same.
Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck, what's the other ones?
I don't know any other ones.
Cinema Blend or whatever.
And see, that's the reason why I didn't understand. Well, I understand, but I didn't really understand the backlash for Captain Marvel because, or Brie Larson. She didn't speak anything but the truth, and what it was the people she was talking about hated it because they got the power. Basically, she was like, out of, I think there's 53 critics, like main critics that critique movies or something. It's a weird, odd number. 52 of them are white males. And she was like, I'm not trying to bash white males. I'm just saying, if we had, and so all of a sudden, white males came out and were like, terrible, she should smile more. She was very stoic and I hate it. She's a, what do they call them? Same thing they call Ray. She's a blah, 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 Mary Sue.
Her character is powerful. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just like, at the end of the day, though, she wasn't wrong. And the people who have the most power are the reason. They're like, well, the movie was just bad. It wasn't because they didn't like her. It was because the movie was bad. No.
The movie wasn't bad.
No, you just didn't like her because then somebody put they put a compilation together of her actually smiling in the movie, and they were like, you guys said she didn't smile.
Pretty sure she smiles at Stan Lee on the bus.
100%.
That old lady smiles at her on the bus. That's actually the scroll, and she fucking punches her.
Same.
It's great.
She smiles a lot. She smiles a lot when she's with her partner.
Yeah, when she's with Rambo, they're like all the flashbacks of them partying and everything. Yeah, she's like nothing but smiles.
Exactly. They're like, she's very stoic. When she got kidnapped from her,
I thought we liked stoicism.
Only in men. That's why they're starting to hate Thor now. They were like, oh, Thor was terrible. And I watched it again recently, and I thought it was fucking amazing. I told you. I texted you. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I almost stopped.
Yeah, you were like, it's a little goofy.
I was like, oh, this is... And then I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. We started to watch Blade last night.
Ooh, yeah, it's on like Peacock now or something.
Hulu. All three of them are on Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu.
We started watching it, and Megan got tired, and she's like, I can't do this tonight. I was like, that's fair.
That's fair.
I was like, man, we were living the good life for that half hour, though. We were watching Blade eating chicken nuggets.
That sounds like the life.
It was great.
The only thing better, no work.
I didn't have to work the next day.
That's what I'm saying.
So it was pretty nice.
Okay, let's Slushie Meter.
The only review score that matters.
The most electrifying review score that matters.
The most electrifying review score in movie podcast entertainment.
I would say the people's meter. Either way. I'll let you go.
Okay. I'm going to give this movie a 4.
4.5, baby.
I liked it.
I want to give it a 5. I kind of still might.
Okay.
I enjoy it. I'm going to go see it in 2 more days. I'm going to take Kenny to go see it.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I told Lydia. Lydia was like, you don't want to take me? I'm like, do you want to go? She was like, only if you ask me. I was like, no. You're not going out.
But I'd like to be asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good movie, honestly.
I don't even know how it could have been better. For me, at least. More Superman? Maybe.
A people's elbow wouldn't have hurt.
I don't understand why the rock bottom wasn't.
A rock bottom wouldn't have hurt either.
He should have rock bottomed the devil to hell.
Yes.
Because take that long ride, baby.
If there's any one of his movies where he should have done it, it would be this one.
He's done it almost every other one.
And I guess
did he not rock bottom a gorilla in Rampage?
I mean, I get
like he did.
I get that a lot of people anymore like don't associate him with the WWF and WWE stuff anymore because like a whole generation of people have been born since then, since he stopped doing it and has just been acting. I get it.
This is fair.
But for us old timers,
Same.
throw in a little people's eyebrow,
Eyebrow
here and there,
He
little
kinda
eyebrow
did.
action.
He kind of got a little couple side glances.
Little people's elbow, got to tuck that arm in, a little rock bottom,
That's good. Oh,
a little bit of if you smell what Teth Adam is cooking.
right. It was good. It was a good. It was
I
a
enjoyed
good
it.
show.
I enjoyed it, and the
was a good
fact
show.
that it like seems to. We'll see if it does, but it seemed to hint at like a possibly bringing more cohesion and more continuity to the DCEU with Amanda Waller showing up again and then bringing back Henry Cavill as Superman. Whether we'll see anything come of this, who the hell knows?
We will.
But just the taste of it,
the-
it's a little bit of hope
The
for DC. As you said,
on my planet.
on his planet and
means
on my
hope.
credit scene, it means hope. And again, DC's not the one that I care about out of the two.
Fair.
But
If you can do it,
I like it at least a bit. And if they can get better at it, I'd like them
listen. Ben Affleck ain't doing nothing. He's married. He's a stay-at-home husband right now. Let him just get back into that Batman. And the cow.
Why
They always
not?
talk about the cow.
to. Why not?
Stupid. I
Let him
fucking
do
hate
it.
Batman.
Let him do it.
But anyway, if he came back as Batman and get somebody else to play Flash,
Yes, please.
because they need to pay for their crimes against humanity.
Just bring Grant. Just bring in the fucking TV
Yeah.
Flash. Bring in Grant Gustin
Like,
and just be done with
The
it.
reason why Marvel is superior is because of Daredevil. They were like, you know what? You like them? We're bringing him in.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have sex with She-Hulk
And he's not a criminal that we know of.
in real life. Yeah.
In real life, yeah.
That's facts.
In
100%.
the show, he's kind of a criminal. He's a vigilante. A lot of these superheroes are technically criminals.
Technically.
But ACAB, they can't get it done. That's why he's out there.
100%.
That's why Spider-Man's doing his thing. That's why Daredevil's doing his thing. That's why Batman's doing his thing.
Same.
That's why all these fucking street-level vigilantes are doing their things.
Agreed.
That's why Black Adam's doing his thing. Because nobody was there for fucking conduct except for him.
All right, guys. 4,
Yes.
5 for
Easy.
me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
gone up. There it is.
No, definitely
There we
5. I changed it
There
at
we
the
go.
moment. I was like, I'm
go.
gonna give it a 5 because honestly, what could have been better? Honestly, it was great, and I can't wait to see it again. I'm excited.
There you go.
Honestly, I could watch that again right now. Good times.
Nice.
I have the same feeling that I had after Zack Snyder Justice League. I was like, oh, we watching this tomorrow. We watching this tomorrow. So yeah, but okay. Okay, so that was Black Adam. Great movie. Go see it. And hopefully DC and James Gunn can bring it all together.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the only issue with DC is that their villains are kind of tough to put on screen. Because if they're not Batman villains, they are very goony high fantasy.
Yeah, like Cheetah
Yeah.
in Wonder Woman 84.
Yep.
Captain Cold. Not Mr. Freeze. Captain Cold. Just a dude with an ice ray.
Never heard of that guy.
Yep.
That's hilarious. But that's still DC though. Mr. Freeze is?
Yeah.
Huh.
But he's just a less good Mr. Freeze.
Okay.
Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
The-
You talking about Jai Courtney?
I just mean the character in general.
He's terrible.
They need to do more. They need to do more lanterns.
More?
Do some lanterns.
He need to do a lantern. Did you see that the DC show, the cartoon, they're about to make another one? I guess a one just came out recently for the lantern, a DC cartoon.
I didn't see it, but I saw they're going to do one about Jon Stewart.
A Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Do it up.
If they don't go get who could play that? Jon Stewart.
I don't know the actor's name. But like you said, he's in everything.
Who?
Get fucking Ken Cocker to be in it. He's in
Jonathan Majors?
Yeah, he's gonna be in the new. He's gonna be in the new Creed movie apparently.
Yeah. Oh, he looks good.
I don't know who he is, but I saw a bunch of people tweeting shit like "Clever Kang." That made me fucking laugh.
Oh, that's
that
hilarious.
made me laugh.
That's basically what it is, right? Because Mr. T was Clubber Lang.
Yeah, he was Clubber
and
Lang.
he was in the third Rocky, I think. I never watched it. I don't give a fuck about Rocky.
I've never seen a Rocky movie in my life.
But basically, they're just following the same trajectory, except for Creed is,
Apollo Creed's son,
the soup guy's son. They get a stew going.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers. So yeah, that's his son. Mm-hmm. So in the first one, he fights somebody. In the second one, he fights Ivan Drago's son. Mm-hmm. And then this one, he fights Jonathan Majors is his best friend, and he went to jail.
He's Mr. T's best friend?
No. That's hilarious. He's Creed's son's best friend.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, hey, get it. Like, I saw the trailer, and I've never seen any of these movies, and I was like, I might watch this one though. He came out, guy was sitting in his car. He's like, hey, get the fuck out of my car, and he's like, you remember me, do you? And he's like, hey. They start hanging out, and then he's like, takes off his shirt, and he's ripped. Jonathan Majors is ripped.
So the only other Rocky villain or other person that I know Rocky fights is Michael B. Jordan going to box Hulk Hogan's son in one of these movies then? Because I'm pretty sure he was one of the dudes that he boxed in Rocky. I think it was like Thunder Lips. That's a weird fucking name for a boxer.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he was one of them.
I think the Creed 4
is going to be a hot dog.
This is going to be Hulk Hogan's son. And he's going to probably call him the N-word. And then that's how the fight starts.
He's going to spray paint it on the side of his
trailer. Yes. Actually, what's going to happen is Creed's going to sleep with his daughter. And then
and it's going to be recorded for posterity.
Yes.
You're going to go to court over it.
Actually going to be, it's actually going to be Brooke Hogan who's going to play Brooke Hogan.
There it is. You're like, no. Terry Bollea does not have a 10-inch penis. Thunder Lips has a 10-inch penis, brother.
Either way, but yeah, I think Jonathan Majors, that would be good. I could see that.
Why not? He's a pretty cool actor. The only thing I've really seen him in is Loki, but
no, The Harder They Fall.
I didn't see that.
I thought you watched it.
I don't think so.
Really? It was the Western. The all black.
Oh,
Western.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the
with
main,
him and Idris Elba.
Yeah, he was the main character.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he was in that. He was good.
I did see that then, yes.
He was good. He was good in that.
He could be he could be a Green Lantern.
James Gunn, come hire us because
who should play this role? Just throw out a name of an actor I've seen a million times already. Genius.
The one guy.
Jack Black. Nailed it. Sir, Jack Black can't play every role in this movie.
Can he not?
Beat it.
Eddie Murphy, then. He can play every role in the movie, okay? You've seen it. Been there, done that.
As long as couple of those Green Lanterns are wearing some fat suits, he'll do it. Him and Arsenio could cast that whole movie. Him and Arsenio Hall could cast that whole movie. I walked around the corner, ran into somebody, looked up, Superman.
Punch me in the chest.
Punch you right in the chest. Sorry, man, I thought you were somebody else. Writes itself.
Stupid.
Writes itself, just blatantly stealing from other movies. It writes itself.
Exactly. All right, we're done. All right, guys. Check us out whenever we drop this.
Yeah.
Maybe in a month or so.
Next one we're probably going to do is what? Black Panther?
I guess so.
Like chronologically speaking, at least. The next movie we're probably going to see.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Don't matter to me.
Wakanda forever.
Same. All right, guys. This has been Keith.
And Chris.
And we're out of here.